Alright, this is my Man of Steel review, including spoilers. Do not watch if you don't want to get spoiled. I just watched the midnight screening of Man of Steel, and pretty much I liked it a lot. But that doesn't mean that it's a perfect movie. It just means that it is a very action-heavy movie, and the spectacles are very nice. The visual effects are very nice. There aren't really any spoilers concerning Superman because it's a superhero movie. It's pretty cookie-cutterish. Except, yeah, there's a big thing that happens at the end of the movie, and that's how Superman defeats the bad guy. Pretty much it's something we've never seen before in Superman movies. Superman breaks Zod's neck in a very brutal fashion, almost like how Bruce Lee would do a bad guy in, or how Van Damme would do him in. And that's probably going to be a topic of controversy because Superman doesn't kill, or at least that's one of the virtuous characteristics that Superman is known for. Kind of like Batman, but Superman's supposed to be more pure than that. And when you see him actually break Zod's neck, that's, for me personally, it was kind of disheartening because he's supposed to represent something that is more than that. But what the filmmakers have lowered him down to is that of a desperate human. What a human would do as a desperate act to save more lives. And as a filmmaker, it's kind of like your responsibility to come up with a way of showing fictional characters in a good light, because you're trying to instill some kind of value, or you're trying to create something that is of more value to society, and it kind of reflects society. So if you see Superman breaking the villain's neck, then you're kind of saying it's okay for the average person, if they have the grandeur, if they think they're a god or they think they're Superman, that it is all right for them to take someone's life because you think that you are the righteous one. Because I know the average person doesn't kill. They would not want to kill. Because who wants that kind of burden, on their shoulders? That's why even a fictional Superman, it comes across as, I don't know, you don't want to call it tasteless, but yeah, when I was watching it, with the whole audience just went silent. So it was a very awkward and very strange kind of thing to witness, Other than that, the character development isn't that good, but I like the flashbacks. So the flashbacks kind of set up what kind of character Superman is. Starting from the beginning, it cuts back and forth between certain scenes, like to tell you what motivates Clark. What makes him who he is. So like he's like after he got out of rescuing the people on the oil rig, he has a flashback back to when he was on a school bus, and the school bus crashed off into a river, and he saves his classmates and all that stuff. So and then he has to conceal his identity. Pretty much it's like the best character development that they could do in a short amount of time. It's like Smallville crammed into the first half of the movie. I liked it, but it's not as well done as, say, like an old TV show like Kung Fu, where it takes its time and it paces it, and it actually builds very good character development. Another aspect I didn't like was the contrived romance between Lois and Clark. It's like it was a fan service, like it was a given. They didn't really earn their get together, But it also seemed more like Lois was the one that was more into Superman than he was her, and by then they were like passionately kissing, and she might as well wanted to have his baby. I mean, it didn't make sense. So if they focus more on that, and if they wanted that to be more of the focus of the movie, then they should have spent more time on it rather than it just being like it's a given. You know, it's like because he's Superman, she wants his baby. You know, she's got her tongue all over him already. So that part didn't work for me. And as far as the action, I really like the action. It's as though real gods were on Earth, and they totally destroy Metropolis. I mean, they level the place. The buildings just come down. You know, it's like 9/11 times 1,000 or whatever. It's just they destroy the Metropolis so bad. The city is in ruins. Like the skies are gray with dust and debris. I mean, these two gods, they're just duking it out, and when they punch each other, they go flying through buildings. The buildings collapse. I mean, a lot of people died. They don't show it, but you just assume a lot of people died. Total devastation. And I'm using that word correctly, by the way. Action was good. The music wasn't really used that much. It is there. It's there to pace the movie. The editing is actually very good for a movie with no plot. I mean, it's kind of like Dark Knight Rises. The editing kind of compensates for the lack of story, but it's a Superman movie. You're not really expecting much in the story department, because last time around people were complaining that Superman never threw a punch. Well, this time he throws punches all the way through the movie. So you get what you asked for, Superman complainers. So what else? Costume, I don't want to talk. Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's first half is him as Clark, being emo and being depressed, right? He doesn't know where he belongs in this world. He goes around saving people, but then he has to conceal his identity. And then halfway through, by the time he finds the ship, which will turn out to be his fortress of solitude, he puts on the suit and he becomes Superman. From that point on, it's just non-stop action, because when he gets the suit, then Zod arrives, and Zod wants to take over the Earth. He wants to transform Earth into Krypton, because his mission as a general of Krypton is to repopulate his people who, because they died off. And Clark is the last remnant of their DNA. And he has to extract that from Clark. But Clark, he doesn't want to be part of that. He grew up an Earthling, so he wants to protect Earth. But Zod is it's not that he's evil, that's his job. He wants to restore the people of Krypton. So, that's what drives him. So it's kind of personal to him that Clark doesn't want to help him out. So that's why, as Dave said, it's a conflict of interest. Let me see, what else? Other than that, it's a very good superhero, dumb action summer blockbuster. If you like superhero movies, this is the best superhero movie ever made. And I'm saying that as an avid movie watcher. But as far as Oscar worthy, if it's a film, if it's socially redeeming, it's not. Let's get real with that. It's not Oscar material. But as far as superhero movies go, this is the best made superhero movie ever. It beats all the Batman films the Nolan Batman films, in my opinion. It is how comic book movies should be. It's exactly what the comic book, right off from the pages of the comic books, how it should be. The fighting is like The Matrix times 100. It's literal live action anime, like a Shinobi or something, like how they jump from place to place. It looks cool. You will like it. That's pretty much it. It's I would give it about a 9.2 out of 10, so a 92% out of 100 as far as comic book movies go. But if it's a film that you want meaning out of, or it's supposed to be socially redeeming. Yeah, it's what Rotten Tomatoes is giving it, about a 65 or whatever. But it's not as bad as Transformers. Let's get that straight. It is not some garbled thing written just for the sake of having a plot. It's just and Autobots just fighting endlessly. There's a real sense of escalation and danger, and Superman has to save the world, and it's edited and it's paced really well, and the cinematography is beautiful, and acting is top notch, and yeah, it's an awesome movie, very awesome movie. If you like it, go watch it. If you like this review, give me a like, subscribe, comments, feel free. Yeah, thanks for watching.